massive worldwide exposure, and apparently Vinnie Paul from Pantera and some other people have been checking this thing out.
Yeah, I was really lucky, like just to get a lot of people, people that I cover. I never actually think that they're actually going to see it, and then they end up, seeing it and reaching out and saying, really cool and good job. So it's just unbelievable. But yeah, this project is what I'm doing right now. Just working on getting a better production. It's really low budget. I don't have a lot of resources at the moment, but I'm hoping to grow as I go along and do more things, like, having artists come and appear and having just like, more of a show than just a drum cover. I'm working on getting more like cool people on board. That one video, that Toxicity, that got a lot of hits, I'm working on producing more of that. I know a lot of people have been asking for it. So good things are in the works. Like a lot of cool stuff are happening. So
I have to ask you a little bit about your past inspiration, and I'm just kind of wondering, were you ever inspired by the drum work of, and I know he's kind of out of the picture nowadays, but Neil Peart from Rush?
Yeah.
Because looking at your videos, I see you pounding just as hard as Neil there.
Yeah, he's amazing. I remember the first drum lesson I ever took. Like my drummer, he was one of my teacher in Israel. He was like one of his biggest influences, and like his technique kind of based on how he played. So I know a lot of the way I play is, related to that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I knew it. I had the feeling. I just need to tell you, my great uncle, who died many years ago, way back in the day, back in the 60s, he taught he was a drum instructor. He taught the drummer of Kansas, the band Kansas, Carry On My Wayward Son, that one. he taught that guy how to, that just sparked a memory engram, I'm sorry.
That's right. No,
right.
The door, it's like my buddy Frank Catolo says, when the doors spring open, that's fine. Lean them closed, but don't shut them. So yes, that's a fabulous thing.
We could go watch Joe Dirt now and get inspiration
That's
from
right.
that. Yeah.
Now, tell us about your transition from the Middle East to the United States. How did that go?
Well, it wasn't that easy. I took kind of a long time to get adjusted and get used to it. Like it's a really big move, especially for me, where I come from, a tiny country, and like I'm the youngest of 7, and I was always like kind of protected, and I ventured into like half across the world from like it's 18-hour flight from my family to pursue a drumming career. I had no idea, if this was doable. Like my entire family is like everyone's a doctor or a lawyer, and my mom, it was really important to her that everyone in my family studied like something, like either a doctor or a pharmacist or a dentist or everyone. And because I was like the youngest, I was somehow able to convince her to let me try it out, and if I'm not famous in 3 years, I'll come back and study to be a doctor.
Well, you now can tell her that I too, Mom, am a professional.
Yeah.
maybe not a doctor with a degree that costs 10 years of education and all, but I too am a professional.
Yeah. And I went to LA Music Academy for a couple of years, and I did study it studied with some really amazing teachers.
Oh, really? So you do have the educational background. Well, watching you hit those drums, it's just, it's amazing. I'm glad Chloe forced us into that, because we just couldn't stop.
Now, you are you've got some videos up on your website. You've got some things over on YouTube. Tell me about this System of the Down drum cover that you did, or you've got what it looks like to be a someone playing a violin and a bunch of other things in the background. How did this come together?
Well, I met Jen, the violinist, the blonde violinist, on tour when we were touring with Metaphor. That's how we met. And ever since after that tour, we were talking about doing something together again, and never really got a chance till like we just came up with this idea to actually, that would be like the first time I've ever said it out loud, to go on America's Got Talent. You know that show?
Yes.
Oh, you bet.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
Here's Morgan.
This is cool. It's like I'm watching this. It's like heavy metal violinists.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like. I can't hear them, but what is it?
Yeah, it is. It's totally
in mini skirts. It's cool.
it is.
Now, you went on America's Got Talent. Now,
we didn't actually go on it. It didn't go that far, but this video was made as an audition to go on the show. They give you an option. You can either audition in person to get on the show, or you can make a video. And we made this video, and we put it up on YouTube, and, you know, half a year later, there was like millions of views on it. Like we did it for that, and nothing came out of it, and we were really bummed out and kind of disappointed. And then it blew up. Like the video was all over the net. Like everyone's sharing it, and this one TV show, I think it's called The Attack of the Show, just found it and put it on the show, and we got a lot of hits as a result. So
I can see why. Watching it right now, I can see why.
now,
you put together a good video there.
When you're sitting there drumming, what's going through your head? Are you kind of like Billy Joel likes? Billy Joel always likes to say when he's playing piano that he's not even thinking about playing the piano. He's just sitting there figuring out what he's going to have to eat later, and what he's going to buy at the grocery store later, and where he's going to go
John's a freak.
Elton John's a freak. Where he's going to go get a massage. Things of that nature. Do you have? Are you thinking at all while you're sitting behind the drums, or are you just kind of like, get me the hell out of here?
Well, I think the whole like camera around me was hard for me to adjust to. It's still sometimes a little awkward for me, but I try not to think about it and just like be in the moment and enjoy it, you know. And I think the videos that are most successful are the ones that I'm actually able to do that, just like zone out and not really, like, just have fun and not really worry so much. Because if I worry, then I start to, like, you know, look stressed out, and it never comes out good. So
yeah, that's the way to do it. Just kind of let it flow.
Yeah.
And tell me something about that. You use really big sticks. Those aren't like number 7 sticks, are they? They look more like marching sticks.
Actually, I have them here.
Oh, good.
This is the stick. It's slightly longer
Yes.
than a regular stick. It's extreme, so it's kind of longer, but it's not that thick. It's like
Yeah, it's not as thick as a marching stick. I can see now.
yeah, it's 5A. So
Tell me, have you ever had a problem? I've known male drummers that have as long or longer hair of yours, but when you're thrashing around doing cymbal crashes, have you ever caught a stick in your hair and yanked out a portion?
yes, I have.
Then you
Especially
have paid
because I like this part right here, you know, that happens from the backbeat of the snare.
Sure, rim shot or whatever, yeah.
Here, like no tomorrow. It's the worst thing.
You have paid the price of being a professional musician.
Now
Well, my hair grows really fast, so I'm not worried.
Okay, we can yank it all out and it'll all just come back. All right.
And I'll be back tomorrow.
Speaking with MEYTAL Cohen this week here on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar show, and speaking with her via Skype, we're kind of watching some of your videos and some of the things that you do. How is being from the Middle East and being here in the United States, using social media to get your message out and videos out? Do you do all of your own Facebook and Twitter and all that, or do you have somebody do that for you to promote your videos?
No, I definitely do it myself. I have my phone here, so I can always check what people are saying or asking, and I try to keep up with it. You know, I try to read everyone's comments and not take it personally sometimes. And, you know, because there are a lot of people that want to know and want to support, and I love hearing, like, what people think and what they want, and I think it's really important to keep up with that. So,
Well, that's good, because then now people know that when they're contacting you, they're getting you.
yeah, they're actually getting...
Okay.
They're not getting,
You're a publicist or somebody.
you know, Tony sitting in the office somewhere, you know, or whatever.
I actually don't have that many people working for me. I would like to, so if anyone's like a big management company and they want to, you know, have an idea or suggest or help or promote me in some way, because I'm doing this all really kind of amateurly and myself, and it's been going really well and I've been growing, but I feel like I want someone that can, like, come up with something to make it better, because, you know, I don't know how to do lighting so well, and the sound can be improved. There's so many things that can be better, you know, and I really want to try to make everything just better. So
You need to let me and Jiggy come down and do a video for you.
Now, you can find more information on this lovely, lovely lady at MEYTALCohen.com.
I've got it.
And go ahead.
Just like what we're watching here, we're watching a video of just you drumming.
You
And
doing Tom Sawyer?
We'll do just that, but we'll dress you and do your makeup like Scary Cherry in the Bang. You know that I'm on. No. That would be a gimmick.
That would be a gimmick. Now, do you would someone be able to, like, bring you in to be a guest drummer if they were like an unsigned band somewhere and wanted to bring you in to do a show? Would that be possible, or?
it would. Anything is possible. I don't know, like, I would have to listen to the music and see where it is, what it is, if I like it. But yeah, I'm definitely open for new opportunities, you know, and new projects, and, like, collaborating with people and doing creative things.
Wow, I'm feeling a heavy metal version of Eric Heaney and Nina Perlov.
That's right.
She's and the harp chick.
And the harp chick, yes.
Yeah, that would be great. God, that would.
If you ever, let me give you some names of people that you ought to look up on the internet. We interviewed this chick.
She plays a heavy metal harp.
She does a heavy metal harp.
Really?
She, it's kind of a strange thing, but
she has an all-electric harp.
She has an all-electric
You can hardly
harp.
hear it unless it's plugged in.
Yeah.
So it's like a guitar, and it's just the coolest thing in the world.
If you get a chance, check out hipharp.com.
Okay.
And her name is Deborah Henson Conant. She's out of Boston, Massachusetts, and
she's a good Jewish girl.
she's a good Jewish girl.
She told us that.
And she does a heavy metal harp, and I think that God, if you two could get together at some point in time, that would be really cool to do a.
Yeah, the possibilities in my mind are just exploding. Yes.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, it was cool.
And,
Tell your manager, yes, we can be nice.
We had your manager was very
Protective of
you, which is a good thing. I like that.
It's my first live interview, so I was like stressing out about it.
No, you can go back and say it was a total success.
It was a total success.
I want to do it every day.
I will be in contact with the archive, and then you guys can send that out to everyone. And I appreciate you doing this. Thanks once again for being on the broadcast, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Definitely. Well, we will chat with you soon. I appreciate it.
Rock on.
Take care. We'll keep rocking. You bet.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, MEYTAL COHEN on the world famous
That was fun.
Jiggy Jaguar show.
That was really interesting, wasn't it?
If you get a chance, check us out at talkjockeys.com. That's right, talkjockeys.com.
Talk jockeys.
Talkjockeys.com.
It sounds like an underwear commercial, or talking jockeys.
Talking jockeys.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick little timeout. When we come back, we will have. We are awaiting the arrival of Tony Dawn.
Oh, really?
We also have Ruby Knox on in about 30 minutes, so we'll be back here in just a second.
Good stuff.
Keep it here on the Jiggy Jaguar Experience. And if you're watching on live stream, don't go away. We will be right back in mere moments.
Thank you, Craig Jordan. We will take a quick little timeout. When we come back, we will have more, so keep it locked, keep it loaded. Hey, on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar.